Hello, everyone. Welcome to PoofcastIRL. Formal title is The Jugular. This is episode 6. Technically, there have been 7 episodes, but I'm Asian, so I start with episode 0. Last week, we had Elle on Friday, and then we had Techno Junkie on Sunday. 2 totally different conversations. Not gonna lie, it was a bit of a trip. The format of this show is some unlucky victim chooses to be interviewed by me for about 30 minutes to 45 minutes. And then I open the floor up to most likely who are their fans. So the show is about an hour long, give or take. If you do want to ask Kristin any questions, please comment on the little reply that I left on the actual space, as well as requesting, because that would help me out, because I really can't see who wants to go first unless they request. Joining me today is Kristin, Special K. Call me K1123. Most of you probably know her as just one of the few funny people on the internet who's a woman. And I'm really happy to have her here. So you can unmute yourself. Oh, also, by the way, apologies. I am shadow banned as fuck. So what helps out is if people like the space itself and retweet it to bring more people in. Usually around 5:30 Pacific Standard Time. It's a mixed bag on who's gonna be able to show up, but the more that it gets retweeted and liked, obviously, the more visibility there is. So thank you so much for enduring that introduction. Kristin, are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
Oh my God, you're actually a woman.
Yes.
I was like I was half expecting someone to be like, hello. Can I just say, whenever I look at your tweets, and I have no idea what causes me to do this, especially since I've, you and I have been mutuals on different accounts, like, for quite a while, I read a majority of your tweets in an Australian accent. I don't know what it is.
That's really funny because I've always liked Australian accents.
It's just the replies. I don't know what it is, but like, especially when you say stuff about women, I just hear it in an Australian accent.
It seems sassy,
Yeah, it's a bit
like
sad.
an Aussie.
Because, like, to be fair, okay, I sound like a fat otaku. You sound like a girl that wouldn't be on the internet at all and would probably just be at home, a stay-at-home mom. But I don't know what it is. Are you nervous?
I am.
I don't know why you would be nervous, but I'm nervous. So if that helps anything, I'm always like, before I start these, I'm usually shaking in my boots, and I still endure through them because Benjamin Boyce told me to do it. I don't know if you're familiar with him, but he hosts a lot of like conversations with different people of all walks of life. And then when I went to go be interviewed by him, his libtard audience fucking hated my guts. Though I did pick up a few really cool F slurs from his audience. So, but most of them were like, "Get this fucking fat right wing person out of here." So I was like, "Oh damn."
Oh my gosh. Was it like on YouTube or something? It was like a live stream.
Yeah. It was it was a recorded interview, but they watched it as a premiere. And then like I got to see all the comments.
Okay.
They were hilarious because, I said at one point, I'm like, why can't I just be a little racist? And then, like, someone just fucking went bananas in the chat. They're like, why can't you be racist? Why? Like, fucking chill out. Your microaggressions are hurting my feelings. So now that we know that you're actually a woman, who writes your tweets for you?
Some dude that I pay.
Yeah, me too. I think we pay the same guy.
Oh, Well, he's
Yeah,
good,
he's
so I totally understand why he would have more than one of us.
yeah, I tell him to put a little Asian spin on it, which usually results in him like posting about cum and fucking gay incest and shit. So you're paying a premium for him to tweet a little more classy, and we could definitely feel the fucking white patriarchy
Well,
hierarchy at work.
I do pay for the classy tweets, so
Yeah, it's okay. You're a classy woman. I understand. So
no, well, okay, so like one of the tweets that I have today that like keeps like clogging up my notifications. Somebody tweeted Lizzo like posing nude to like change like beauty standards or
I
whatever.
saw that tweet.
And
Tell everyone.
and I was like, I'll do an unedited naked selfie to bring them back or something like that. And like,
Fucking thirsty
it's like
motherfuckers.
crazy. And yeah, and like Greg, I was like, he probably hates me right now because he posted, he was like, underneath my reply is like, thanks for the horde of reply guys. It's like, look, I was not expecting that to happen. I really kind of just said it like it was between you and I. I completely forgot that it was on Twitter. Like, I was not trying to get all this attention
Not
for
on a Monday,
some,
at least. Like, God, just
yeah, and like
you need a
it
little
was
lube
just,
first.
yeah, it was just like what is the first thing? Like, it was the first thing that popped into my head. Like after I read his tweet, I was like, oh, I'll do the opposite.
Yeah. And
I was like,
you're like posting like, yeah, no one's seen this shit.
yeah,
Hey,
I'm like, nobody's gonna notice. It's just like it's gonna be one of those replies that like nobody sees, of course.
what is it at right now? Because the last time I checked, there were
Oh,
400
I don't
likes and a
know.
bunch of fucking
I
thirsty replies, and I was
It
about
was
to.
like, I'll share it to the space because it's got like 1,000 now. But like just
Oh
my
my
luck that like I would reply to a tweet that like the tweet almost has like it's got like 8,438 likes, like 756,000 impressions. So like, I was just stupid.
Hey, dude, we wield a lot of power here on the internet, I would say. As a woman on the internet, I feel like as far as accounts go, we do pretty well. Because it's mostly just memes and just being funny and shit. So
Yeah.
it isn't entirely devoid of interesting things. Let's see this tweet here. Jesus, these thirsty motherfuckers. What the fuck? Oh, I love Fat Tony. He's like, you won't.
I
You
know.
won't do it.
I was like, you and Greg are the only ones that know that. He was like, ah, damn, you were supposed to actually do it because I said that. I was like, dude, you know
Uh,
me.
though, to be fair, okay, I think guys um, do respect your content because for the most part, you post sweaty selfies from working out, just a selfie with your hair or whatever, and then you post memes and then really dank replies. So I think, because guys, they can undress you whatever. They don't really need
Yeah,
a naked selfie to do that. And I think a lot of
yeah,
guys actually appreciate it, which is why they follow. It's because they don't have to
yeah.
see,
Well,
you know.
in fact, I was just talking about this because like somebody was like, talking about Greg's tweet, and they were like, "Well, it's the body standards that men impose on women that women are,
Shut the
standing
fuck.
up to." And I'm like, dude, like no woman is thinking like honestly, I really feel like all these body standards are imposed by women. Like
Yeah.
we have in our head an idea of what men want, and I honestly believe that it is nothing like what they want.
Yeah, they don't give a
Like
shit. They'll take a fat blob any day, and not no knock to them. It's actually a compliment.
they don't need us to dress like our boobs are hanging out and our ass is showing. Like they have like vivid imaginations, and like you could wear a sundress, and Twitter has proven that like that is like even more than like walking around in your bikini.
That's true. Humans are naturally resourceful. If there's booba, they'll take booba. But for the most
Yeah.
part, I think in terms of longevity, they'd rather have a funny tweet. When I was being interviewed by Benjamin, I talked about the idea of a Spartan woman on Twitter,
Hmm.
and I had a few like examples on hand. There are a number now that weren't really there for me before because I didn't know how to use Twitter. But I name dropped you, Forest Mommy, some bitch I know, even Moondragon, who flirts with the idea sometimes of doing like a seductive selfie, but she kind of
Hmm.
holds the line with funny memes, right? So,
Yeah.
just women who can get by regardless of whether they post nudes or not, and who handle their male audience pretty well and treat them a lot differently than what I've seen, other women. Like, I don't know, it doesn't feel as predatory because at least
Hmm.
you're providing value, whether it's fun or information, and to me
Yeah.
it's harder to do, and sometimes guys aren't. But like, I don't know how many guys I've attacked in your chat or I mean in your tweets. I'm like, dude, you ungrateful piece of shit. You'll never be as funny as her. Just shut the fuck. And I think I just get defensive because not necessarily out of solidarity for women, but it's hard to be funny. Period. It really is.
Yeah. And like I joke about I think I like tweeted the other day. I was like, I got blocked because I got blocked over a joke because women aren't funny, and like because like I kind of make fun of the fact that like I mean me personally, I don't really like female stand up comedians. Like there's like Ali Wong that I like and
Allie,
Eliza
that's the
Schlesinger,
only one.
but like that's it. And
That
so
is
like
it.
yeah, like most of the comedians I like are men. And like I just kind of make fun of that because I mean it is kind of funny. But like, men are better at stand-up comedy. And there are some women that are, outlier that, are good, but just for the most part, and I haven't really thought about it hard enough to figure out why. But
It's
like I
because
know
we
I
think like dudes.
crack people up at work all the time, like saying dumb shit. And but like I'm not gonna go to a comedy club and try to do a set
Why not?
because like I don't know if I could like think like I like comedians that have like the like the long like joke that or they'll like have like a callback joke. I just don't think I'm talented enough for that. Like I'm situationally funny, if that
Oh,
makes
I see
sense.
what you're saying. So like Dave Chappelle, he rapes but he saves. Kind of like that.
Hmm.
I don't know.
Yeah.
No, I get you. I talked on one of the Poofcast, the other one, about the only time I did stand up comedy, and it was to shame my now husbando for nutting in me. That's the only reason why I went up, and everyone was laughing until I dropped a nigga at the end because that's what I called him when he did it to me, and then everyone just went stone faced. I'm like, oh shit, the aristocrats.
That's
And it's like
funny.
it was a regular bar too. It's one that we always hang out at. So I'm just like, fuck, everyone hates me now. I'm racist. And for the most part, I mean, a drunk audience is probably a little easier to ply with jokes than a sober one. So, how many people know your alt identity?
Um, Probably, well, that was my original account. So a lot
Uh,
of the people that follow this one probably followed the other one. Um, but it's a lot small. I obviously have more followers on this one than I do on the other one.
yeah, those sweet
Um,
summer children.
but like most of the people that I like interact with on a, kind of daily basis, they followed that one too.
Oh, okay. Hey, Greg, where the format of our poofcast is that we're going to open up the floor in about 15 minutes, and then you could harangue Kristin for her thirst trap tweet. He knew it. I knew it, motherfucker. He came in here to dunk on you.
I mean, it's okay. Like, I totally understand. I was not intending on any of that to happen
No,
to
it's not
me
true,
or
Greg.
to
She was
him.
just like, I totally fucking ratioed that motherfucker with my thirsty ass tweet right here. Yeah, she's just like, I'm choosing today to annoy him with a bunch of
No,
replies.
it was just me and
She
my stupid
confessed
mouth.
already. But yeah, so the people who do know your well, I call it your alt identity because obviously your main right now is the Kristin account. So like,
Yeah.
how does it? Can I just say the interaction between your original account and this one? It's like totally different. Is it because you're shadow banned on the other one, or was it a different style of posting?
Well, I mean, I kind of just I just got that account back like a couple weeks ago.
How the fuck did
Like
you? How did it get like deleted or sorry
I
suspended?
well, if you look at my pin tweet on that, I basically shared like a fake New York Times headline. At the time, I didn't know it was fake in my defense. But it was fake. I got fact checked by Reuters, and a bunch of leftists got really mad about me spreading fake news. So, and it happened on Christmas Eve. So on Christmas Eve, Twitter took my account away from me, and I did not have a Merry Christmas that year.
Bad birthday too. What the fuck? Get a life,
But
people.
yeah. So and whenever Elon took over, I started appealing it because I was like, well, he did say. And
Yep.
I appealed it like 3 times. And like the third time, I was like, look, y'all never told me what I did to get suspended.
Holy
And I
shit.
keep hearing about amnesty. So, like, prove
Like,
it, you
give me
know?
some of that pandemic amnesty. I'm a woman. I don't fucking
Yeah,
know. I don't even
exactly.
read.
And yeah, so I like kind of forgot about it. And I just like logged into my account one day because I was like, let me see. And it was back. It was weird.
But then
I was
how did
not
you make
expecting that to happen.
you fucking clawed your way to back to your unicorn status, but on this account? How did that feel? What the fuck did you do? Because like
I honestly, I don't know like how I have as many followers as I do. Because I just tweet like dumb shit or like stuff that I like share my dumb opinions. Uh,
no, I think they're
and
good opinions. You know,
and
despite
pictures
you
of
being a
my
woman,
face.
they are great opinions.
Yeah. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know how to explain it. I've had people ask me, and they're like, "How do you build a following on Twitter?" I'm like, "I don't know. I'm a dumbass." Like, I really, there's no secret.
Do you write outside of here in Twitter? Like, do you have a creative writing bent?
No. I mean, I used to, like, I wrote, like some satire for a friend of mine, like a few years ago. But honestly, I mean, like, I've got 3 kids and I work, and it's just I don't really have time. I read a lot. I do read, but
You know how to read?
I don't really write. I know it's weird. My mom thought that it was important for me to read because she didn't think I was gonna get married. So
Why? What the fuck? What the
I
fuck?
just mess with her.
Why?
I just mess with her because, like, I remember all my friends were like getting married at like 20, 23, 24. I was like, Mom, I'm going to be by myself for the rest of my life. I'm going to be a spinster. And she's like, Oh, I mean, like, there's women getting married at 30 now. So, like, you've got time. I was like, Thanks, Mom. Doesn't make me feel better.
Well, I mean, you're pretty much you're real precious real estate. So if ever you announce a divorce, you better do it on one of Greg's tweets, so that way he can fucking get at you.
No, I'm not selling Twitter or anything. like, and like usually when I say like stuff like that, you would think like people are like, "Oh, rest in peace, your DMs." I'm like, I don't know. I guess people just know that like I'm just saying stuff. Because like I don't really get any like weird DMs. Like some guy called me very, very stupid. And I was
Oh,
like,
well, fuck that
that's
guy,
understandable.
bitch. No, there was
I was
some
like,
dude. I want to put that guy on blast. He's just like, I'll start liking your tweets when you're funny again. And you were super gracious. You're like, the harsh but fair. I'm like, no, fuck you, dude. You're fucking. I don't know. I just went all in on him, and he's just like, oh, the next Amy Schumer. I'm like, yeah, and I'd still be funnier than you because he's. Anyway, hopefully he's not in this chat right now.
I don't even remember his name. That's how special he was to me.
Yeah, he was gay as fuck. Whatever. Big Ol' Doink says, them replies doobie dank. And Maple Flavored Opinion says, men are funnier because they're more willing to risk public humiliation. But can I just say,
Probably
there's
so.
a lot of pitfalls for women to experience public humiliation, which are all entirely deserved because we do have a handicap in the beginning on being able to net an audience faster. So to balance it out, the humiliation should be really intense, right? So the
I'm sorry.
minute
I
that
was
you
just laughing
post
at you saying handicap.
Yeah,
I'm
the
handicapped.
funniest things are the truest things, to be honest. But no, but really, like, there's so many pitfalls because the minute that you're retarded or slutty or fucking I don't know, you just say something that's just totally off brand, your deal as a woman is mostly over. Like, there's a girl who just got blasted earlier today, that Liberty chick, but her handle
Oh,
had
I saw your comment about she needed to add an O. and it was like I started laughing and then I was like, oh wait, that means her name would be Thought. And then I like laughed even more. So like,
I'm glad you got my joke.
I her and I like got into it because like I don't know, she said something stupid. And I was like,
On what day?
hey,
That's like your MO.
yeah, I know. I was like, hey, that's stupid.
Yeah, fuck
And she
that
was
lady. Let's
like,
talk more shit about her. Fuck that person.
and she just like went off on me and I was like, okay, cool chat. You're still stupid. I don't
Yeah,
really know exactly like what it was about. I just remember I was
go
just
do
like,
your
whatever,
yoga, ho. The fuck?
bitch. Yeah.
Yeah, so Thought
Well,
Liberty chick. I mean,
and like I was kind of upset because I'm like, this bitch is like talking about how like she acts like she's the only girl that wears yoga pants, and like that was my thing. Like that's me.
she took your shit,
And like
man.
you can't take my pants away from me. Like I'm like
Hey,
extremely invested.
you also wear
I wear them
dresses
every
too,
day.
okay? And you wear skirts, so you're a
I
little bit.
do.
You have a bit more broader appeal than Thought Liberty chick. Still makes me laugh.
I really thought that like we could be friends at first because like she's into fitness and stuff. But then I realized that she was stupid. And coming from my
Welcome to
yoga
how
pants.
guys feel every time they meet women on the internet.
like, like I thought we could have a really interesting conversation, and then I realized she's a woman and dumb.
And a hoe. Fuck that girl. I don't know. I don't really know her. I only had one interaction with her and she was so retarded that I'm like, dude, I'm getting cancer from trying. I'm not going to talk to this person. And she only left me one comment. And it was on her thing about how verification is like the new social credit score. And it's not that I don't get the connective tissue of it. It's that I don't think she does. She's just saying it.
Yeah.
And just from the way that the post was done, I'm like, dude, this is so distracting. I can't even do this anymore. So then, I replied, I'm like, yo, you're fucking, because she had a bunch of like flashing icons on her like video.
Yeah,
Like,
I
dude,
think it was like an Instagram video that she
yeah, there were
did.
so many icons, and she's talking about verification. I'm like, is this supposed to be like meta? I don't understand. And then so I'm like, dude, your stuff it's like so distracting, and also, verification. and social credit score. They're not entirely the same thing. And then she's just like, it's a prediction. Just watch. Like, all right, girl.
She's a prophet now.
Yeah, she's definitely a prophet. I mean, she's gonna be able to predict her win if she goes with the Democrats. So anyway, so there's a Alex says, "Don't show me boobs, show me kindness." And he also says she knows how to read. Which?
Yeah. The steak.
Yep. I'm going to start taking callers. This went by a lot faster than I thought it would. And I'm like, holy shit. I barely asked you like one real question, which was, do you write? But I figure the guys who stalk you, like Greg, will be able to ask better questions. Yeah, he's definitely stalking you all the time. So let me get him.
I harass him.
No, don't let him
like
off the hook.
Constantly replying.
Let's have no illusions here. I do not stalk her. She stalks me.
Okay.
I think
yeah.
I think Kristin will fully admit to that too.
Yeah, that's true.
There you go.
Well, I don't believe it because to me you're another one of those dudes. I don't care if you got a little rainbow flag up there, buddy. You're thirsty as fuck.
I mean, I do enjoy ass. I'm not gonna. I'll make no bones about that. But
got him.
No, but I do want to apologize because I had no idea that the first thing that popped into my head when I saw your tweet would bring hordes of reply guys into your mentions.
God, like you didn't know that. I know that. You know that. You and I talked.
I didn't.
Okay.
I wasn't
Okay.
thinking.
Time out. Kristin and I talk. We talk a lot. We talk on the phone. Like, we're actually really good friends in real life. So you knew that, but I don't mind. I just think it's funny to point it out.
No, she didn't meal prep today, dude. She didn't meal prep. She bought her lunch.
Yeah.
You didn't meal prep today?
She wasn't thinking.
What's wrong?
Yeah.
So I did. Okay, but here's the thing. I did meal prep. It was just I had to be at work for 4 a.m. And like I forgot. And
you left it in the fridge? That's like leaving your headphones when you go to the gym.
I tried to get my husband to drop it off to me before he went to work, but he had already left the house, and I was like, "Don't worry about it."
Yeah, so in her defense, okay, she had a lunch that she wasn't prepped for.
I made it and everything the night before. It was very frustrating.
So did you have anything for our super important guest who's more important than you, or can I take another call?
I mean, anyone's more important than I am. I'm just a retard that laughs at other retards on the internet.
Hell yeah, dude, I totally get that. I should put a rainbow flag up too if that's the new flag for retards. I totally want to do that.
No, I do that. Like I actually I'm married. I don't know if this is commonly known, but I'm married to a woman. I'm just bisexual, and I dated predominantly men for most of my
bruh,
20 years.
You're gay as fuck, bro. You're gay as fuck. Like, so is the woman. Oh, here's a good question for you. Would you rather have sex with, or what's less gay, to have sex with Hulk Hogan with a pussy or Megan Fox with a penis?
Do I have to answer
this?
It's
a dual question.
I'm gonna go with Megan Fox, I guess. I don't know. Jesus Christ.
Gay as fuck. I knew it.
Her and her, like, what is it? Like, she has like a thumb that looks like a toe.
Ew. I didn't even know that. That's disturbing. And I think she might be using that for her blood rituals, to be honest. How about you, Kristin? What would you do?
Oh,
or who would you do?
I was really hoping that you weren't going to ask this question because I felt uncomfortable when you asked Elle the other day. I was like, ooh.
Dude, she was not having that shit. It was so good. She's just like, whose life do I want to ruin?
I really don't know. I don't think I could see Hulk Hogan like that. So I mean, I guess like I'd go with Megan Fox, but
gay. I would slap his ass. Gay. Given the opportunity.
Like, but okay, if it was Hulk Hogan with the pussy, like I really wouldn't want him to be like, "Come here, brother," and shit like that.
Hey, Kristin. So I have to go. I just wanted to stop in and say hi. And yeah, that was it. So I know you wanted me to stop
Well,
by. So anyway, I got to go make dinner.
well, okay. Well,
All
thanks for
right. Thanks
stopping
for
on by, you
stopping
weird
by.
stalker. See you later.
God.
Dude, I was
You
brutal. I'm
too now.
sorry. Okay, so I'm gonna take Brozadon, okay? Well, Brisidon, but I call him Brozadon. Dude, his profile pic scares me so much. Earlier, he's just like, "Hey, you up?"
Is he
Hi
wearing
there.
like a vest?
Yeah.
What's up,
Yeah. I've
man?
got a plate carrier on in that picture.
Oh, okay. It's hard to see when it's a little circle.
Yeah. 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 That vest weighs like 50 pounds.
Yo, dude, you're fucking built like a truck, dude.
Yeah. Oh yeah. No, I think the thing that makes it even funnier when you were just like, oh, I thought I was just like replying to Greg. It's like you have like 35,000 followers and he has like 53,000. Even if you were just replying to Greg, like
I
even if like
know. I'm so
10% of your
dumb.
followers see that, that's thousands of people. Like it's gonna happen.
Dude, he sent me this picture and it said Ben Shapiro retweeted and I was like, oh shit.
Oh my
I
god.
was like, everybody's gonna see my reply now.
Oh,
Oh my god, that's great.
dude, you got the thirsty Shabibos out there. They were like, "Oh shit."
Also, for the record,
My
I
lord.
don't think Poof mentioned this, but I listed you as one of my top 5 favorite female accounts on Twitter.
Yep,
Oh, you
certified
did?
stable.
Yeah,
Yep.
That's so
yeah,
sweet.
because like you always have like the good memes.
No, because like
Aw,
he and I,
thanks.
we're like, and he doesn't call himself a simper. I'm a fucking simper. I always like, you know me. I'm positive vibes only. Fuck, but he's got the riz, man. He's got the meme riz. So and it's not like he messages every female account, okay? But he saves the best memes for the best girls. So I'm like, which ones are they?
Yeah.
Not including
Well,
myself,
because the other
obviously.
thing too is like also in my mind, like somebody who's a simp like posts like the thirst comments and shit. Like Poof definitely does that to like the other women on Twitter, but like I really don't. Like Kristin will post like a picture of her like in her workout gear after a workout, and I don't like comment on it like, oh wow, you're looking real good. Like no, absolutely doesn't happen. I'm like, she's married with 3 kids. Like that
Like,
feels weird.
respectful like. Versailles like, respectful like.
Yeah, I'll just be like, here's a like. Occasionally, I'll be like, there's a fire emoji. There you go. There you go. There's your fire. Like, it's not like some like super horny Indian dude who's like, please open cloth. Like,
Yeah. And
I'm
like
the super
I
horny
like to
Indian
think that like
dude.
most of the guys that follow me have that same mindset because like I really don't.
well, the
Yeah.
other thing too, I think it's like because you're also like very open about the fact that you're married and have 3 kids, and like sometimes you'll post pictures of you like hanging out with your boys and stuff like that, and it's like no guy is gonna comment on those pictures and be like, "Oh, you're so sad." It's like, no, that's super creepy. Like, especially when there's kids in the picture. Like, no one's like,
Yeah.
if anyone does that, it's like everyone else is just gonna be like, "All right, pedo, calm the fuck down. Like, what are you doing?" Like,
Anthony Weiner. Anthony Weiner alert.
It's
you're
true.
also like vicious when it comes to guys who are like being weird. You're just like, no, go fuck yourself. Like,
You know what? That is true, okay? Because you're vicious about that, but like I mean, unfounded comments, you're hilarious, right? So, but when it comes to that stuff, when they're making like a critique about your content, you usually just take it and you're like, fair, whatever. I'm like, what do you mean? That's not fair at all. They're retarded. I look through their profile just to make sure they're not funny, right? Before I go attack them.
yeah, but it's like if you post like a gym selfie and guys like, you should have bigger tits or something like that, and everyone's like, it's like you're a mom of 3 kids. You're not really concerned with like being a supermodel. Like that's not like no one cares. Like the guy that's arguing over your figure, it's like you're the idiot. Like
Well, they can't even lift.
I know,
They can't
I
even get up
know,
there.
I know.
Like, who cares?
Kristin's like, I'll deadlift
I
you.
mean, I can't either. I was gonna make a basement joke, but I'm weak as fuck, so I'm not gonna do
I still remember one time Kristin posted a tweet that was like, I think it was some kid was like making fun of like one of your boys, and he just goes, "Yeah, well, my mom can deadlift more than your mom."
Yeah. Well, like apparently some kid on the bus said that I'm fat, and I was like, when he told me, he was like really upset. He was like, "Mom, Craig said you're fat." I was like, "Did you laugh?"
Yeah.
I was like, "'Cause that's just ridiculous."
Especially since it's like
But
it's a
he was like
perspective
really
thing
upset.
too, where it's like, yeah, he's a kid who cares about it, and you're like, why would I give a shit what some 12-year-old thinks? Like, I don't give a fuck.
I asked him. I was like, "So what does Craig's mom look like?" He was like, "Oh, she's fat."
Oh, that's why he's making fun of you, because he hates that his
And
own
I was
mom is
just like,
fat.
"Whoa!" I was like, "Okay."
What kids don't realize is like you still have baby fat on you. Like,
Yeah. Well, like here's the thing. So like I teach Sunday school every week, and like last week I was like I'm like looking over, and I'm like, that looks like a girl I know. And then I realized that it was a girl I know. And I walked up to her mom and I was like, dude, I was like, did she just become like a young lady overnight? Like, what the hell? Like, she grew like 3 feet. And she like literally looks like she's almost a woman, and she's like 12.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
well, girls are going through
Like, have
puberty
you
like
like
way
that
sooner.
happened to me? Yeah, well, I mean, like I had to start wearing a training bra at age 10. So, it wasn't like a shock to me. I was just surprised because it literally happened like overnight, and I was like, I don't remember it happening overnight to me, but whatever. Um, and like her mom was just like, yeah, I know. And so like that's what like I wish my kids would understand. It's like you're gonna go through a growth spurt. So I mean like everybody's gonna change in like a couple years. So like all these people making fun of you for this or that, like they're gonna have their own like shit going on. Like
Yeah.
that's what I don't understand, like why kids like pick on each other, because it's like y'all are all going through the same bullshit.
I would just be like,
Hey, man.
hey, wait until you guys are done going through your changes, and then make fun of you, because it's never gonna change after that. Like, find something that they
Right?
hate about themselves
Like
after
just wait
puberty.
until you're 25.
Yeah, and then make fun of
Then
each
you
other.
can start roasting away.
Yeah. Oh, you're short? Yeah. Well, I won't be when I'm like 18. It's like, okay, but when you're 25 and you're 5'5", like, yeah, we'll make fun of you. Like, all right, cool.
Yeah.
No, dude, I
It's
was
like,
scared. I looked like Snoop Dogg for fucking until I turned like 18. I looked like Snoop Dogg for real, and I'm like, dude, this sucks.
With
I
the
couldn't get a
dreads.
prom date. I had to be hella funny because like I couldn't get a date being cute. But then in college, like a lot of the people I knew from high school, like when I finally went to reunion, they're like, "Is that you?" I'm like, "It's me. I just don't look as skinny and fucking malnourished and like I smoke weed every day." I mean, at the time I did, but
I
I
still
really
have the
don't.
half-closed eyes, though.
Yeah,
That's not going away.
yeah. So I mean, I was so weird looking that I wasn't ridiculed for being weird looking. You know what I mean? You're just like, poor fucking bastard. Fuck that.
Oh, it's like there was a kid in my school who, like, I think starting in maybe like 7th or 8th grade, he must have weighed at least like 400 pounds. And it was like, I got made fun of for being the fat kid.
What?
Yo, yeah, he was
Wait,
like,
what?
he was grossly overweight. Yeah, it was gross.
400 pounds?
Oh, this kid was enormous. This kid must have been like
How many desks did he sit in?
just the one. I think we didn't really have the desks that were combined with the chairs till high school. But like,
Oh, okay.
that's just so
yeah, oh
sad.
yeah,
Poor little.
it was really sad. But like, I got made fun of for being fat, even though I was half his size. No one made fun of him because he was just so fat that people felt bad for him. Like, it's one of
Yeah.
those things where
I
it's like, if
mean,
you're just like really fat or just really, really unattractive, people don't make fun of you because it's just such an easy target that they're like, you know what, your life is bad enough already.
Yeah, no,
yeah.
I was definitely a charity case. So now, like being made fun of for having a double chin sometimes is like, oh my God, I'm actually good looking. Woo!
Being made fun of for your looks is a
People
confidence
want to make
booster.
fun of me. It's awesome.
Oh man. So, Rosadon, is there anything else that you want to say to Kristen before I boop you?
Nah, you're good. Just good seeing you around, Kristin.
It was good to talk to
Yep.
you.
Snipe selling, dude.
Yeah.
All right, bye.
See ya.
All right, I'm gonna take Obi-Wan. So give me a second here. Obi-Wan jalapeno. Brett? It's still loading. Okay, you're up.
Hey, how are you guys?
Good. How are
Yes,
you?
yes,
How
you
you
too.
doing?
I'm kicking like a chicken. I'm okay. So yes, you too could have a credit score for $8. A good credit score. So I just,
$8.
I just don't get it, you know.
Pay for Twitter Blue.
So I got to be honest, and I'm trying not to be a buzzkill here, but Kristin, I like walk on eggshells around your post because I've got to tell you, they're very smart to me. I think, okay. Like I'm always looking at. If you've not noticed my tweets, if some of you haven't seen it, or not, I'm very sarcastic, and I go for the almost, I wouldn't say deprecating, but I certainly I just come at it from a different way. I don't really notice the skin stuff because it's just it's everywhere. But I will say you're very pretty and everything. I like your face pictures; they're very cute and everything. But your posts are what's the word I want to say? You're like an enigma. And I'm like, so I take a moment to like reply. I'm like, okay, don't be stupid, Jim. Let's figure this out.
Juan, you're killing me, dude. You're fucking killing me. Kristen, do you know who this motherfucker is? Do you know what his tweets are?
No.
That's how
You
good they are.
sick.
She does respond. She's responded to a couple of them.
I do.
Because she's nice.
I
She's like,
Don't backtrack.
okay,
Don't be nice. Don't be nice. Just tell it like it is. It's okay.
No, I know him because we've interacted recently, but like I don't know him.
Oh no.
Okay.
We're not exchanging recipes.
Like I thought you were asking if like I knew him
already. I'm sorry. Well, no, I'm not sorry,
but no, it's a beautiful thing. I'm getting attention. That's a big thing for me. What the hell, right? So, but I do find your tweets are pretty smart and witty. You're very funny, and I like. I get stressed out, man. Like, okay, don't be stupid, like I just said, But I live for the stupid comments you get because that's my materials. I go like this dumbass, So, but anyways, listen, I appreciate the podcast and everything. I'm done, but keep it up. I think.
And I appreciate sarcasm. So we're kindreds in that way.
Well, look, I don't want to start trading recipes or nothing. I think you're a nice girl and all, but okay. No, in all fairness and sincerity, you're one among the women that I follow because you're class act and you've got really funny material. And I do notice some of the more serious, some of these other I guess you'd say politically toned retweets you do and stuff, and so I appreciate your candor and I think you're really smart and easy on the eyes, so it's a good thing.
Well, thank you. Thanks for stopping by.
Yep. I just want to make sure I'm the token Mexican. Just remember that, okay? So. Take care.
All right.
You too.
Our token Mexican. Get the fuck out of your wet back. I'm gonna boot you now. All right. So now that all right. So I'm gonna pick up Drew. Give me 1 second here. All right. What's with all y'all sunglasses wearing motherfuckers? They don't want you to see their eyes and the fact that they're stalking your profile. Oh, hey, what's up, Drew?
Hey, yeah, that image is like from 11 years ago, and I keep it up because it fools people into thinking I was there on January 6th. It's kind of fun. That's the legit reason why I keep it up. So.
Good shit,
And it's
dude.
an old pair of Oakley wraps. I guess those were a thing about 15 years ago. So, yeah. So.
Also, I've noticed men don't change their profile pictures as often as women do.
Yeah, we don't do that.
What? Why? I update mine whenever I get a new chin. Like, I definitely did. I had to update it, and then I took it down because I'm like, fuck, I'm even fatter like now than I was when I posted this shit. I'm taking this shit down. So I haven't for a while because I'm a tubby wubby. But yeah, why don't guys do that?
Yeah, I think even my Facebook stuff stayed on for years, and I'm rocking a really like stash right now, and I keep my non-stashed image up. And I'm like, I don't know why, I just don't. I just do weird shit with my profile. I don't like take it very seriously. But anyway, let me go back to bullies for a second because I have an issue with this.
Okay.
I think the reason we have a lot of the social problems we do is anti-bullying campaigns for the last 20 years. I'm going to presume most of the bullies are boys, picking on boys. Now, I'm not saying all the cases, but I'm just saying a lot of cases. All that is
girls are brutal, though.
Yes, girls are into like reputation destruction. I get it. But if it's the boy stuff, it's just boys busting balls. It's just kind of weird male communication. And as long as it ain't criminal, you're like not assaulting somebody. It's just words. I'm like, we have to navigate that as men. It's just like guys busting balls. It's just kind of a kid version of that. So that's just my my theory on the bullying.
Well, what I've noticed is that like kids these days, like they'll tell like on everyone.
Yes.
Especially like the age my kids are right now. They like my kids were playing with one of the boys that lives on our street, and they got into some stuff that they didn't need to get into. So I got on to them, and like one of my boys was like, why aren't you yelling at Parker? And I was like, because I'm not his mom, that's why. Like, well, aren't you gonna go tell his mom? I'm like, maybe, I don't know, I'm just gonna trust that he's gonna tell on himself, like, honestly.
Yeah.
Because I was like, I'm worried about you guys, like I'm not worried about anyone else.
But that's crazy, like in our culture. I mean, it was a little. I remembered that a little bit, but not to the same extent. There was always just one or two moms that were hella crazy and would always sit in the back of the class and shit. But other than that,
Now
I don't
it's like
think it was the, like
posters up,
self-report.
and like if you're getting bullied, you come to the admin, and then like if you think about it, these kids grow up and they go to college, and who's the admins there? It's the administrators. Or if they join companies, who's the they go to HR. When they bully, I have a hostile work environment. It's like your boss yelled at you, shut up and go to work. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know why that is. And maybe it has to do with, because like there's the whole CRT circuit, and everyone talking about critical race theory and all that, all the criticism. But also, I think because of surveillance, like everyone has a phone now, and so it's really easy to post proof, and then it emboldens people to be like, well, yeah, I mean, I have proof that this happened. Maybe that's part of it.
And we're not very forgiving. Like that's another thing. Like we had a bunch of years ago, we had some kids in a high school, like do some like really racist stuff, like dropping N-words on the black principal, and they got rightfully got destroyed. They got charged. Like no, it was pretty bad. Like it was like even I'm pretty forgiving of some like petty stuff, but this was like, yeah, you're gonna get charged with a crime on this one, like destruction of property type stuff. But that said, they moved out of the state. I'm like, we should like kids do dumb shit. Like we should be able to forgive this in a reasonable amount of time. Like they're a lot like you shouldn't have to Google this kid's name and then not hire him 10 years later. You know what I'm saying? Like that's the issue I worry about. Like you Google these kids' names like in the near future. Oh no, we can't have that. It's like come on, like forgive children. They're just kids being kids.
Well, yeah. Like I also remember when like someone would do something terrible in the public eye, and then like would redeem themselves. Like people would celebrate it, but it's like now today it's like, oh, but do you remember what he did 10 years ago?
Yeah.
It's like, I mean, I was trying to move past that, but whatever.
I was just went through a phase. It's like Greg went through a phase, and then he's married to a woman now. Drew,
we all go through phases.
Nah, not me. Perf. Anything else, Drew?
No, I'm good. You got plenty of people behind me. I'll dip out. Thanks for your time.
All right. Thanks, man. Change your profile picture. Okay, bye.
I'm just going to say thanks for stopping by every time.
I know.
I was like, so I really liked it when because I was listening to Elle's Poofcast, and I really liked it when that person came in and they were like, a long time listener, first time caller.
Oh. Yeah, your friend
It
called
cracks me up.
basically like told like, "Are you Lauren Southern?" Because it's like, "Hey, you fired those flares from the like, shut the fuck up, Paul. God damn, get out of here." No, he does it all the time. Like she used to like stream with him, so he was a co-host. Not so much
Okay.
lately, but yeah. So he would just come in there and fucking annoy the shit out of her. But I love it. He's awesome. Yeah, like
that's funny.
we pretty much got away unscathed from this little poof cast here, but I actually have 5 minutes left, so I'm about to curse the fuck out of this. So, the thing is that the Hulk Hogan question is definitely a staple, but I'm going to introduce a new one that I saw on Ayala's profile. And it is,
Okay.
all right, don't make me repeat this twice because I have to upload it to YouTube, and the more times I say it, it's probably going to just ban my stream. But so is it immoral if your pedo adult self goes back into time to molest your child self?
Is it immoral?
Is it immoral?
Yes, I would think that it is extremely immoral.
But what is the difference between, and let's just say let's put the kid at like 16 or something, where, maybe in Germany it's okay. Okay. But like, what's the difference between a kid, a teen, like, having their way with themselves and them as an adult going back in time to have their way with themselves?
I just think it would be really weird to like okay, so I masturbate, but like I
You're
don't
like, I've never
know
gone back
if
in time to do that. That's fucking
yeah, like I don't know. It'd just be weird. I don't know.
Is it the idea that
Thinking about
you're seeing the two entities as a different person because one can travel back into time and then actually interact with the other? Or is it just the idea that the ages are different?
I think the whole concept and then the fact that I would be younger.
Yeah. I
Like
actually
I
had
think
this.
I could I could maybe more easily wrap my head around it if it was like me at this age. like you cloned yourself and you and your clone
Yeah, like you, like the
decide
two
to have a
in the
girlfriend
future version came
experience.
back in time and then fondled you, then it would be okay, right? But the thing is, okay, like let's just say, well, no, I actually answered on that one that I agree with you that it is immoral because unless they're sharing the exact same consciousness, then the child hasn't consented, right? That's what.
Yeah.
But I don't know how time works. The fuck, I don't know what. I don't know.
I
And
don't
then
either.
dude, one of my most libertarian gay friends just fucking cursed my life forever because he was just like, well, what if it's like a multiverse? I'm like, oh no, what the fuck? Where like the age of consent is like 2 years old in like these
Oh
two
gosh.
multiverses.
Yeah, that's like
Like I hate my
way
life forever.
way too much.
These fucking libertarians, man. No, he's a little different though. He's more of like I would say like a social experiment type of. I don't think he's a kid diddler. he just happened to occur. But just the idea, but in a vacuum, if you do, if you thought about it that way, where it is a multiverse and in both multiverses, the age of consent is way lower than, either the two ages that exist, then it technically wouldn't be immoral. But we see it that way. There's one guy who told me, he's just like, well, it's immoral because over time we're going to find that, that this step is more and more unacceptable. I'm like, what do you mean? In like other parts of the world, child brides are still acceptable. He's like, yeah, but over time, because he was basically saying that it takes a longer time for certain cultures to see that there's a detriment to it. Which, do you agree with that, or do you think that just some people always going to have child brides?
I don't know. Like, and it seems like most of the time when you run into these child brides, it's like in some religious setting. Although there are other cultures that do it. Um, but I don't know. Like, and I've had like members of my family that were abused as kids. So it's just like hard. It's like a hard concept for me to like wrap my head around that like anyone would want to take advantage of a kid. Like
Right.
even if it was like, hey, this is your bride. She's ready to be married to you. And like there's like a 20-year age difference. Like and like it's hard because like I don't really think it's that big of a deal. Like, if like a 30-year-old marries a 40-year-old, I don't think that's a big deal. It's just because like children are young and their brains aren't fully formed. I don't, and there's just a bunch of different factors going on. And like I am very passionate about protecting the innocence of children. I try to like shield my kids from stuff as much as possible. Like I don't really watch the news at all. And like if they go to my mom's house, she watches Fox all the time, and I'm like, don't watch TV with grandma.
Dude, that
Because I
Tucker,
don't want them
dude,
to
they're
be
on the Tucker
scared.
compilation already. You don't even know. You can't cut the Tuck volume 25. They're like, yo, this shit's bait.
But so I'm just
Yeah,
like,
no,
I don't,
because it's
this
just
world
like
is like so messed up.
you're a mom, but I think even if you weren't a mom, there's just something that you would know from seeing how little they're able to interact on an adult level that just makes it seem
Mm-hmm.
weird. And I think certain cultures willfully ignore it, or it's just not something that they emphasize as being important, especially where
Yeah.
it's probably one of those two things. But I just thought it was an interesting. The comments on that post were wild. I mean, they're like basically calling her a pedo for even coming up with the experiment. But hey, I think it needs to be said because people often have these opinions and they don't really know why. So
Yeah.
I thought it was interesting, but damn, did I feel bad juju from like from
Even like reading it.
yeah. And so I definitely wanted to just curse my own Poofcast with it. I just thought it'd be a nice thing to just have recorded for everyone to listen to in perpetuity.
You ask very tough questions.
Yep. Hey man, but I'm nice, okay? I mean, I know I called Greg a stalker or whatever, but I'm super nice. I don't mean it all.
You're like, I was super nice about it. So it's
Yeah.
cool.
So we're now at the end of our Poofcast, which the time just flew by. I don't know if it flew by
I
for you.
know.
Dude, I wanted to kill myself before I got on the stream. I always hate it, especially like, when basically the person that I'm talking to has more followers than me. I'm like, fuck, God, fuck. These people are going to come in. They're like, who the fuck is this? What is going on here? Why are you asking these people about gay incest? Like, no, I got to live true to my values. But now that we're at the end, was there anything you wanted to shout out? Anything you wanted to say to your stalkers or followers, whatever you call these people? Or yeah, a message you want to leave?
I think I just want to say thanks for stopping by.
Yeah, whoever that beaner was and that other guy was a hella old ass photo. And Greg. But yeah,
And
thanks for
everyone listening, I appreciate it.
yeah, and I saw a lot of emojis of people laughing, so it seemed like they had a good time. I certainly had a good time, especially at the expense of your followers. And if you'd like to do it again, just let me know. For everyone who's listening, I'm going to have a special guest who like I said before, credentialism does not fucking matter to Poofcast. Obviously, Kristin is super important, and that would be the case whether she had 30,000 followers or 0 followers. And for that reason, I like to use this space to highlight people who I know are hilarious or smart or both. I mean, you know, I'm the only one really that's that. But I'm going to have someone hilarious on. His name is Chris. He was a retard, and I was like, hey dude, can you show up at 5:30 p.m. PST? And he's just like, no dude, I don't think I can. I get off of work, I'm on Eastern time. I'm like, bruh, for you that's like 8:30. He's like, oh. So God willing, he will be on Wednesday. And then after that, I will have the absolute worst of shit posters on Friday, who would be Kristin's counterpart, because he also pays a guy to write his tweets, and all he does is do scat and other fucked up shit. And it's Poe, also known as Dying Scribe. He's really famous for saying, who wants to see the tweet above this? He'll quote tweet something, and then you'll see like fucking dick torture or some shit. So he'll be on Friday. And then after that, I'll have one of my favorite callers in, maple flavor opinions. He's going to be on Sunday. So I hope everyone enjoyed. And Kristin, if you want to come back, if you weren't scared by this, please, I would love to have you back. I hope everyone
I'd
has...
love to be back.
Yay! We did it, boys. We tricked her. Anyway, so I hope everyone has a wonderful evening. And Kristin, thank you so much for the fun time. And yeah, don't diddle children. Bye.